What's good? What's good? All right, man. Let me try to pull this thing up on this stream. Hope everything is going well for everybody. Big fight week coming up. All right, we got 7 people watching so far. We'll wait a little while as the numbers pour in. Cats will usually get in, start flowing in. There you go. Excuse me. Yes, sir. All right. So let's say what's up to everybody, man. I love all the yellow dots in the building. Excuse me. General Squirrels, what's going on, man? Reggie Cheese, what's happening? Mark Blake, what's going on, man? Miami Snoopy 305. Brothers UK. Eugene Williams, what is good, sir? Mir. Bert from Mart to Ken. Peace to you, sir. Chef Boy ID, what's going on? Drink more water. What's good, man? Boop. Pound back at you. CJ in the building. Cowboys for life in KC. What's going on, man? Man, how you gonna be a KC? How you gonna be a Cowboy for life in Kansas City? Man, that ain't your spot right now. Kansas City Chiefs is the champs. Woolbag, what's going on? Yes, sir. Fight week. Jeff, the producer, what's going on? B&B Boxing. Dane Watson, what's happening? Anthony Johnson, what's going on? I'm chilling, man. Always appreciate your support, Anthony Johnson, and I hope everything is going well with you and the family. Dark Vader, Jay Lex, what's going on? Sean Snow said, been a while for me. Salute for now. Yeah, man, I haven't seen you in a minute, but I'm glad to see you back. Sean Snowden, Ant Jetson said, yes, sir. Bert from Martin can put up or shut up time. Bomb Squad. It is. Put up or shut up time, man. I mean, I got Deontay Wilder winning the fight, but the fight could go either way. You know, it's boxing. So you just hope for the best, man. Hope for a good, fun fight. And all that good old stuff. Reggie Cheese said is Wilder weak. Yes, sir. 2K Jeezy. Why would Ryan get Devin's belt? Because of the order of fighters that he said he wanted to fight. Devin should still be, in my opinion, the WBC lightweight champion, but they put him in recess, champion in recess. When Ryan Garcia was asked who he was going to fight, he named Jorge Linares, then Luke Campbell, then Devin Haney, then Gervonta Davis. The fact that he put Luke Campbell in there means that he is looking forward to fighting for the WBC lightweight championship, because Luke Campbell is fighting Javier Fortuna for the belt that was taken from Devin Haney. And so whoever wins that fight is going to be the WBC champion. If what Ryan Garcia wants to do is fight Jorge Linares, then Campbell, that's because Campbell would be at that time the WBC lightweight champion. So it's very likely that Ryan Garcia is going to wind up with that belt. That's what I'm confident that Ryan Garcia is going to wind up with that WBC belt. Just got to look at how the stuff is getting set up. Drink More Water said, would be good if he gets the belt. That way Devin can come back and force the fight immediately. Yeah, if they actually do that. If they do it. I ain't so sure, man. The WBC, I've seen those guys. I've seen the WBC put people in a position where they for example, take the fight. What was that? It was like a mini tournament for the WBC 140-pound belt that was with Regis Prograis, Julius Ndongo, Amir Imam, and Jose Ramirez. Regis Prograis beat Julius Ndongo, and Jose Ramirez beat Amir Imam, and they were supposed to meet up for the WBC belt. But right when that came about, the WBC made the fight for the WBC lightweight title, 140-pound title, they made that basically an eliminator fight and wind up Jose Benavidez wound up winning the belt, and Bob Arum never made the fight. Bob Arum never made the fight. So unless you've seen Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez fight, that shit never popped off, even though that was supposed to be the plan. But that stuff doesn't always pop off, man. So, but I do, and I got my worries about that, man. I think that Ryan Garcia is going to wind up with that WBC belt, and they're not going to get Ryan Garcia beat. Terrell Cameron said, "What do you think about Tank?" Oh, by the way, man, I gotta to answer all these questions, dude. I don't care if it's a 2-cent super chat. It's easier to see that way, and if we get off the topic, it at least raise money for the cause. So hit me up with questions like that, man. Either hit me up on Twitter. I'll answer those questions on Twitter. Or I'll answer them on the super chat here, or you can go over to Patreon. I can always do it, or if you're a member. But let me roll with the question for the heck of it. Terrell Cameron, what do I think about Tank and his problem? I don't think he's going to have a problem, man. I think he's going to wind up paying that. I don't think it's going to wind up being much of anything, man. That's my feeling. I don't think it's going to affect his career. I think just all the drama around it is he's probably going to wind up making more money and having even a bigger name because of it. It's just a funny way that when you're firmly in the black hat category, that when you do stupid shit like that it seems like it winds up working out for you financially. We're guys that we're doing what they're supposed to do day in and day out. They wind up getting the short end of the stick because doing what you're supposed to do is boring. It's doing the shit you're not supposed to do that gets people's attention. You know what I mean? So what's going on, Snacks B? Chris Brown 545. What's going on, man? But yeah, I mean, you can ask me the questions. More than likely, I'm going to answer them. I'm just trying to find a more effective way to do it because I love answering questions. That's one of my favorite part about doing the live streams is I love answering like spontaneous questions. It keeps an old man's brain active, making me think about something on the right off the cuff. But it just kind of gets in the way of the flow of the conversation sometimes. Bo one in the building. What's good, man? But yeah, man. But as far as talking about Tank and all this lightweight stuff, man, I don't understand what y'all see, man. I hear people talking, I see people writing like, dude, Tank can fight, man. Like, I don't understand what people are looking at, dude. Tank can fight, man. You said right. Tank is trending on Twitter. Yeah, man. Tank's gonna be a big name, dude. You said I don't see it in Tank, dude. Tank can fight. Okay, y'all say like, when have you seen Tank take any punishment? Has anybody seen Tank take punishment? I'm just wondering, has anybody ever seen Tank take any punishment? You seen anybody landing, significant shots on Tank? Or it took him 11 rounds to knock out Giriokas Gamboa, but that's about it. You know what I mean? Tank has still fought better competition than Devin Haney has fought. He's still fought better competition than Ryan Garcia has fought. He hasn't fought. I think he's probably fought better competition or as good a competition as Teofimo Lopez. I just don't get the downside on Tank. The only thing that I see downside on Tank is what's happened outside the ring. I see nothing going on with Tank that doesn't tell me that he has the ability to beat anybody at lightweight. That guy can fight, man. That guy's going to fight. That guy can fight. But more than likely, dude, he's going to be at lightweight. Those other guys are going to wind up outside of lightweight. Mark my words, man. Mark Ambrose said, me either, bro. C-Star said, you like Tank because he's light-skinned. No, I don't. I ain't got nothing to do with his cat. Look at him looking like a lemon head, man. Nothing at all. Got nothing at all to do with him looking like a lemon head. Now, I do believe some of y'all don't like his ass because he's light-skinned. I believe that. I believe some of y'all holding that against him because of some, hey man, it ain't his fault that he glow in the dark, dog. Okay. But nah, dude, Tank is moving too slowly in his career. I mean, that's here and maybe. I do believe what they're doing with Tank is they're trying to grow Tank and they're more concerned about making a lot of money with Tank than they are putting him in, necessarily with the best guys all the time. But I mean, at 130 pounds, who didn't he fight at 130? Only person he didn't fight at 130 pounds that had a chance to beat him was Miguel Berchelt. That's it. Miguel Berchelt, maybe. And I think he would have stopped Miguel Berchelt. But who was there at 130 pounds that he was going to fight? He moved up to 135 pounds and he's only had one fight at 135 pounds. I just don't get all the. I don't get all the downside on Tank stuff because there's nothing anybody's seen in the ring. There's nothing anybody can convince me. Show me something that happened in the ring with Tank that shows you that this dude is falling off. I just don't see it. And if somebody can show it, hey man, play the tape. I'd love to see it. Play the tape. I'd love to see it, but I just ain't seen it. Matthew Valentine says, sick of these dudes hating on Tank. I got Tank and I know boxing. Dudes love fighters because they show up. Because they show up to chat. Hey man, people like the fighters that they like. Much love, Matthew Valentine. People like the fighters that they like, and that's very, very reasonable. Not everybody got to see everything the same way. Said Ron Finkley said angry and light skin don't mix. Tell that to Malcolm X, Ronald Finkley. See, y'all selective with the light skinned dudes, man. You real selective with the light skinned dudes that you are okay with. Okay, all right. Malcolm X looked like an orange. Okay, and he was the cat, and all them other dudes down there in South selling people down the river. Okay, selling people down the river. But Malcolm X was the dude. Nation of Islam, those dudes are run by a bunch of yellow dudes. Man, is there ever even been a leader of the Nation of Islam that wasn't the color of piss? That didn't get thrown out like Khalid Muhammad? But somehow, man, those dudes are down. But not Tanky Tank. Not Tanky Tank, huh? I know it, dog. Ron Figure said, I'm light-skinned too. I'm not light-skinned. I don't know. I'm not light-skinned. I am brown. I am average. I'm as average color as Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad got put out though. I went to the same school as Khalid Muhammad. Obviously, he's a lot older, but I went to the same school as Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad got thrown out. You got everybody else. Everybody else, urine colored. Everybody else. Anyway, don't come looking for me. Shout out to Dr. Muhammad. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'm not. Tank can't even knock out bartenders. Man, Tank has knocked out everybody. What are you talking about? How many times has people Tank on the distance? I don't get what you guys are looking at. Seriously, man. Let's go to Box Rec on this can't knock people out stuff, okay? Let's go to the scorecards, okay? When is the last time Gervonta Davis went the distance in a fight? I've never heard of. He's never been knocked down. I'm almost 100% sure. K. Yuriokas Gamboa, it's KO. Nunez, KO. Ruiz, KO. Cuellar, Fonseca, Walsh, Pedraza. I just got to keep going down. He ain't gone the distance in 5 years and 2 months. He's not gone the distance 5 years. What do you mean he can't knock out a bartender? It's been 5 years. He's got knockouts for 5 straight years. Hold on. Let me get back to this. African Sci-Fi Scout said, Fanon, you called it on Rice. Snoop was doing the moonwalk out there. Yeah. He moonwalk. Woo, woo, woo. We better. He better. She said that. You better backwalk, Snoopy. You better backpedal. Man, please. That's serious thuggery right there. Those are the real thugs, okay? She's like, nah, Doug. Nah. You ain't doing shit. Try something. Any of y'all try something. Try to tell y'all about that. Don't play. Tank is a KO artist, dog. But let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's look at the other people. Let's look at Ryan Garcia. When's the last time Ryan Pretty Boy Garcia, Kingery, The Flash? When is the last time he went the distance? Oh, last year. He went the distance with Jason Velez. Yeah, so in 2018, 19. Oh, no. He had a majority decision. He went back to back. He went the distance back to back with Jason Velez, and Carlos Morales in 2018. That's two back to back. So let's go to Teofimo Lopez, who might be the best of everybody here, to tell you the truth. All bullshit aside, the man really might be Teofimo Lopez. But, oh yeah, he went the distance. The fight before last, I see him having gone the distance twice. But back in 2018, he went the distance with a guy that was. He went the distance with a guy with a losing record in Christian Santabanez, whatever his name is, and Nakatani. Let's see when last time Devin Haney went the distance. That was last fight. I'm positive. Let's see when Devin Haney went the distance. I'm positive it was the last two fights. No. Santiago. He beat Santiago, Alfredo Santiago. And that was last year. He went the distance twice last year. He went the distance before that with Juan Carlos Burgos, even though that Juan Carlos Burgos is a very experienced fighter. He went the distance with Tienko, and he went the distance with Hector Garcia. And he went the distance with Jorge Salas. He went the distance with Vasquez, Burns, Castillo. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously Devin is not his thing. It's not that he's a huge puncher. But what's going on? Ron Finkley said, for not working realist boxing talk. I'm just telling you. I personally, Broderick Brent, you steady taking up for this woman beater. No, I'm not. I don't take up for him. What you want me to do? Talking about a boxing match. If you say I'm taking up for somebody that beat a woman, I don't know. It has not been proven that he's beaten a woman. But I am taking up for somebody that snatched one up by the collar, without a doubt. You get in the ring and see if he don't wind up beating your ass. Okay? But it is what it is. If you consider taking up for a woman beater, first prove that he actually beat a woman, because I didn't see that. I saw him snatch her up by the collar, though. But if you mean that I'm taking up for a loose, socially loose cannon, yes, I am. Because Tank Davis is a loose cannon. And I've said it 100 times. I'm definitely taking up for a loose cannon, because he is a loose cannon. He is something that you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen with him. But everything that I've seen about that, is related to outside the ring, not inside the ring. Juniper B, I will always trash Tank for stupid stuff. We talking boxing. Yeah, pretty much, man. Facts, bro. He would beat your ass. Exactly. Do what I mean, like, yeah, say that to Tank. Fanon, is Haney ducking his mandatory? He's calling out everyone except for talking about getting his belt back. No, he's not ducking his mandatory. He doesn't have a mandatory. He's in recess. He's not a mandatory. He doesn't have a mandatory. He's a champion in recess. He got the belt taken from him because he had a surgery. So no, Devin Haney ain't ducking anybody. And quite honestly, I don't see that Devin Haney is going to duck anybody. That just doesn't really seem. I think he'll fight anybody. I believe what he says is true. I believe that his attitude is really his attitude, that he wants to fight all these guys. And he has a chance to beat all these guys. Just because and here's the thing, man, the only reason that I went Hey, Fanon, Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Lomachenko. I think he is. I think he has this. I favor Teofimo Lopez in that fight against Lomachenko. And that's the first time that I've said that. I mean, that's the first time I've said that about anybody. I've favored Lomachenko in every fight that I've seen him fight. But this one, it's that knockout power from Teofimo Lopez that is a problem. Okay, his shit is a real problem. And that is at lightweight. Now, Tank moving up in weight, whether or not his power will carry to 135, I don't know. But still, yeah, Rock One said I think he stops Lomachenko, or he gets robbed, or Lomachenko gets robbed. That's the politics for it. It smells of robbery. It smells of Lomachenko's going to take an L so we can build this dude up. Donald, the 64-year-old G Grant. Salute for Don. No, it wasn't my birthday last week when you didn't understand when I said Friday was my cursing day. Only curse on your channel that day. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. All right, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did. I remember that. I thought that you meant a birthday. Haney versus Tank. Who wins and how? I think about that. I think about it. Right now, I think Tank. Right now, I'm leaning towards Tank, but it could go either way. You give it another year or two, then probably Devin Haney. It's just Tank is really, really tough, dude. The question for me is whether or not Tank can cut off the ring. If Tank can cut off the ring, I think Tank. Because I think Tank's got a speed. I think Tank's got a speed advantage. And I think he's got an advantage on the inside. That's my take. But I think Devin Haney, if he can control the fight from the outside, if he can jab, jab, straight right, jab, straight right, left hook, and get out of there, I think Tank can win it. I mean, Devin Haney, I think it could go either way. Probably best way to say is whoever has the best fight that night. But I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm not going to underestimate Tank, dude. That shit's bad business. I personally think that's bad business. Juniper B, how come no one worried about Haney struggling with Santiago? He took multiple flush rights, lost at least a round. Tank hasn't lost a round. I don't know, man. I think maybe he was injured in that fight. But I didn't really see him struggling too much. He's just kind of like a tall, he's kind of a tall fighter. I have to look better at that fight. But there's nothing that I saw in the Santiago fight that would diminish Devin Haney to me. I just don't think the dude he's just not a big puncher. And he's going to win fights off of outboxing people because he's not a big puncher. He ain't a Paulie Malignaggi. Don't get me. He's not a Paulie Malignaggi, right? He ain't feather fisted, but does not have like a Teofimo Lopez type of power. And I don't know if he's got Devin Haney. I don't even know if he's got Ryan Garcia type of power from what I saw, because Ryan Garcia laid that dude out. But he's got excellent boxing skill. He's got excellent footwork. And he very well could neutralize a guy's power, man. So it's an interesting matchup. Devin Haney is going to be a tough fight for anybody. What if Devin's chinny? I don't know, man. I don't think he is. I don't think he's chinny. I think you'd have seen that already. But maybe he could be. I don't think he's chinny. There's nothing I've seen. I'm not going to doubt the dude's chinny until I know that the dude is chinny. But see, there's this thing too. Like, I know Guillermo Rigondeaux is chinny. I know he's chinny, but it don't matter because you ain't going to get to his chin. You know what I'm saying? Guillermo Rigondeaux was chinny. We saw that with the fight that he just had with, was it Solis? Was it Solis, the guy that he fought when he moved down to 128? It's like, to 118. Yeah, Rigondeaux, if you clock Rigondeaux, you can hurt Rigondeaux. That has been proven. That's been proven. But to get him being chinny and you getting to his chin are two different things. Now, Guillermo has something to really keep you at home. You know what I mean? Like, Rigondeaux really has something to sit you down in the chair. Like, all right, come on up in here and try to get to this chin if you want, dog, because I will break your chin, right? You might touch mine, but I'll break yours. So Rigondeaux has that little bit of thing that maybe Devin Haney doesn't. But I wouldn't say I haven't seen anything to make me lead me to believe that he's chinny. You say, yeah, Woolbag, Rigo got dropped by some giant Japanese guy, then broke his jaw a few rounds later. Exactly, man. Juniper P said, I agree. I was happy with Devin's performance. He lost a round, which is okay. I was being extreme to prove a point about how stupid the Tank criticism is. Look, man, Tank is getting most of this criticism because of Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's what I think most of the criticism is. I don't know who there is to fight at 130 pounds. Truthfully, who has anybody fought at 130 pounds? You know what I'm saying? Like, who? Who has anybody fought at 130 pounds? 130 pounds, one of them weight divisions that need to go the fuck away, personally. But who has anybody fought at 130? Like, who has Miguel Berchelt is the longest reigning champion at 130 pounds right now. Who has he fought? Somebody name somebody to me significant that Miguel Berchelt fought at 130 pounds. Tell me somebody significant that Tevin Farmer fought at 130 pounds. Who, right? Who's it? Isn't Jamal Herring now? Jamal Herring now at 130 pounds? Who has he fought that was significant at 130 pounds? See, the reason why you can't name them is because there's no fucking body to fight at those weight classes, dude. I mean, like, there's Jojo Diaz. He fought Jojo Diaz, who moved up in weight after having been beaten by Gary Russell Jr. at 126 pounds. Exactly. Jojo Diaz. Gervonta Tank Davis would murder Jojo Diaz. Murder Jojo Diaz. One round. And I mean one round. Maybe half a round. It would be like I would bet under or over a minute with Gervonta Davis and Jojo Diaz. Just straight up. I don't even need to see that fight. Just like I really didn't need to see Tevin Farmer versus Jojo Diaz. Knew how that fight was going to go. Like, nah, Tevin is not going to beat that dude. Jojo Diaz, no way he beats Gervonta Davis. Now, the fight that I think I would love to see, this is the fight that I think is really the big fight. And I know this is maybe a little bit, I'm looking down the line a little bit. I think it's really Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I think it's Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. That's the fight that I think is real. Because Tank ain't a big Tank. First of all these guys we're talking about at lightweight, those guys aren't going to be in and up at lightweight, dude. Please go look at Devin Haney standing next to Mikey Garcia, dude. Go look at the picture. I should show it to you. Matter of fact, I have it. So let me show you a little picture here, dude. Okay. Let me show you a picture. I have it on deck. Where'd it go? Okay, now, mind you that Devin Haney is the lightweight. And Mikey Garcia is the guy that's going to be campaigning at 147. But look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I can't tell whether or not you can see this or not, but look at these two dudes, man. This right here, if you can see my arrow, that's the shoulder of Devin Haney coming up to the middle of the neck of Mikey Garcia, dude. Devin Haney is significantly bigger than Mikey Garcia, although Let me get that off of here. Hold on. My screen just froze up on me. Come on, screen. Don't freeze up on me. I'm circling. I think you guys can still see me, but you can't see the screen share. I don't know, my computer just froze up on me. Just let me know if you can hear me or not. Because my screen just froze up on me. Hold on, man. Give me a task manager. Mask freeze something, dude. Jesus. Yay, YouTube, dude. Oh, you can hear me? Cool. Yeah, you can't see me. I got to sit around here for a second, man, because for some reason this thing is just running. Crap. Oh, you know what though? I think damn. Hopefully I won't lose you. I might lose you guys the way that this is going right now. Oh, shit. I'm probably going to wind up losing you. Hopefully I won't. All right, can you see me now? Crazy. You can see me, right? Yeah, man, because my computer just froze up, man. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, man. All right, yeah. So now that is, get out of that one. All right, cool. All right, so that's it. All right, I think I might be able to still show you. Let me try to do this one more time, man, so you can see this picture. All right, so all right, let's see if that shifts. All right, can you guys see that? Still over there, huh? Man, I got to learn how to work this better. Oh, you know what? Let me do it this way. Nah, it's not going to work. I got to do it somewhere else. I got to do it somewhere else. Too small? Yeah, nah. I actually had it like raised in an app. You know what, though? Here, let me do this. All right, here you go. That, you should be able to see that. All right, you can see that. All right, so here. That's my entire screen. Now you can see it. All right, so here. That's Devin Haney. That's Mikey Garcia. Devin Haney is the guy that's the lightweight. This is the welterweight. Devin Haney is going to be at a welterweight. If Mikey Garcia can fight at 147, 140, 147, this guy is clearly bigger than this guy. There you go. All right, you got it? That's what I was trying to go for, man. It took a long ass time to do that one. Okay. Yeah, Haney's way bigger than that dude, man. Way bigger than Mikey Garcia. He's way big dude. And Mikey Garcia is bigger than Tank Davis. Man, those guys, man, I'm telling you right now, Devin Haney ain't gonna continue to be at 135 pounds. That's the first weight class that he fought at, 135 pounds, and he's 135 pounds when he's 19. You know what I mean? Where was Terrence Crawford when he was 19. 135 pounds. That's the size, dog. That ain't Photoshop, dog. That ain't Photoshop. He's just a big dude, man. No, he wouldn't get smoked at 147. He won't get smoked at 147. He do fine at 147. He'll do fine at 140. That Jay Schmoo say you a legend for now. I appreciate that, man. Hope it's for the right cause, man. For the right reason. Legend for the right reason. But yeah, man, Gervonta Davis is definitely a knucklehead outside the ring, dog. Yeah, Floyd was at 135 also. Floyd was actually at 130. Floyd started at 130, went to 135, went to 140, went to 147. That's a usual route for people, man. Like personally, I don't really think that Tank and Devin Haney are really the same weight class. They're not really the same weight class. They're really not the same weight class at the end of it. And neither is Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is going to wind up at 140 then 147. That's why I'm thinking like Shakur Stevenson, who's at 130 now, who's at 126. That's 2 weight classes up for him is 135, right? Gervonta Davis started at 130, but dude is like, what? How tall is Gervonta? 5'5", something like that. He's like 5'5", and he's already really thick. He can't make it up to 147. He can't make it up to 140. Crawford talking about going to 154. Hey, man, he should if he ain't willing to fight Sean Porter at 147. And I don't know where he's going to go get beat up at 154. I'm telling you right now, Will Bag, you getting beat up at 154, dude. Don't go no near no even Jason Rosario, dog. Don't go near Jason Rosario. Tank ain't nobody's 5'6". Tank ain't nobody's 5'6", man. Tank about 5'4.5", man. Tank's about 5'4.5", man. That dude, 5'4.5", man. Shoot, see Yuriokas Gamboa? Yuriokas Gamboa never went up to 100. Yuriokas Gamboa never went up to 140 pounds, man. And Yuriokas Gamboa and Tank about the same size. Charlo versus Bud. Charlo. One by ass whooping, one by murder. Okay? One by ass whooping, one by murder. Okay? One shouldn't be sanctioned. The other one is just complete and utter demolition. It's a demolition derby, dog. Jermell is just a death sentence. The fight should not be allowed. Jermell will kill that dude. Like, spin his head in a complete circle. No way. No chance. Okay? Take a star, though. He is a star. He is a star. That's the truth. Ellerby ain't lying. He ain't lying. Why you say that? Why you think they all saying him? Why you think Loma's taller than Tank? Yeah, Loma's taller than Tank. Tank is a star. He is. He absolutely, positively is a star. What else you want? Hey, look, Leonard Ellerby be talking a lot, dog. He be saying what he got to say. He love him some Mayweather, of course, because Mayweather made his career. But, dog, Tank is a star, man. All those dudes are small potatoes compared to Tank right now. And that's just for real. That's just telling the truth. The truth, okay? The truth, Ruth. The money man at 135 pounds, the one that every one of those guys want to fight, is Gervonta Tank Davis. Little Tank. Little Tank make that little bank. Little bank. Little bank ain't no joke. Little bank might be bouncing checks and snatching women up, but little bank puts people's butts in them seats, dog. Little bank puts butts in seats, and that's just Tank ain't no 5'8", dog. If Tank 5'8", I'm 6'4", I'm 6'5". Okay, if he's 5'8", I'm 6'5". All right, ain't no way. Bud can hang with. You think Bud can hang with Jermell? He'll hang till he gets dropped, till he gets knocked out. He'll get knocked out. Dude. Juniper, look, man, Tank didn't just prove it in Atlanta. He proved it in LA. He proved it in Baltimore. He proved it in New York. And he proved it in Atlanta. Who else but top tier fighters can fight in every coast, in every region of the country and sell the place out? Lil Tank Tank can, Lil Bank Tank Tank can, and that's just the truth. It's just the truth. And dude, the thing is, I have criticized Tank more than anybody. I've criticized Tank more than anybody. Okay, anybody that you name, dog. I have criticized Tank worse and more often because I make regular. And this one thing I wanted to disagree with my man. Best Fight the Best Boxing said that nobody just makes Gervonta Davis videos. I do. I know the algorithm and I know the numbers on Tank. Lil Tank Tank is popular as shit, dude. Okay? Lil Tank Tank is popular. If you say, hey man, I want to do a video that I know is going to resonate with my demographic, with my subscriber base, okay? My subscriber base. And let me tell you what my subscriber base is. It is people that support black fighters. That's my main demographic. Men between the ages of 25 and 60 that support black fighters. I know my demographic, and I got a healthy base of people to a sample group. I think that's what I have a healthy sample group, dude. Okay. I've got almost 34,000 subscribers. I got about 2,000, every 2 days, I get about 50,000 views between 35 and 50,000 views every 2 days between old videos that are already up, the videos that I do that day and the live streams that I do every 2 days, 25,000 to 20 to 25,000 views a day, right? I know what people like to talk about and the people that they want to think about. They want to think about Lil Tank Tank, okay? They don't care about Canelo, okay? It's like donating time to talk to Canelo, talk about Canelo, because they really ain't riding with Canelo like that. You'd have to speak Spanish to really get people off on really into Canelo, right? They ain't talking about Caleb Plant, right? There's growing interest in Devin Haney. There's growing interest in Shakur Stevenson. Like their interest it's going up over there, right? No, there's not a lot of interest in Lil B-Hop, Lil Chris Colbert, but there's a hardcore base of people that believe that he's coming up, without a doubt. Chris Colbert is somebody who has a lot of potential, whose name is really resonating with like the base of it. You know what I mean? And so he can very well get there. I believe Lil B-Hop can get there. And he's fighting at lightweight. So yeah, with him, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, not Teofimo Lopez as much, but Teofimo Lopez a little bit. Their name is kind of growing. The cats that are already there within this demographic are Errol Spence Jr., Lil Tank Bank Tank Tank, Lil Bank Tank Tank Bank Tank, Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford. That's pretty much the group of black fighters that get the most, that are the biggest name recognition. Like, boom, we want to talk about this. It's Tank, Spence, Crawford, Wilder, and not in that order. Okay, not in that order. In the order, the big order of it is, and I'm talking about just my demographic, is Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Lil Tank Tank Bank Bank Tank, and then Crawford. But I would say Terrence Crawford, yeah, but see, Jaron Ennis is more like, he's a little bit past where Lil B-Hop is. He's a little bit past where Lil B-Hop is. You know what I mean? And he's right there with like a little bit, maybe a little bit behind Shakur Stevenson. Because when Shakur Stevenson's fighting, there's a good amount of interest in Shakur Stevenson. But Tank is way up there, dude. Tank is way up there. Yeah, Lil B Hop. Nah. Yeah. They're about what and what. Because Little B Hop has been more active, and Jerron Ennis took that time off. So maybe, but they're about where they are. They're about where they are. Okay. And I would put them both ahead of both Charlos. Gervonta Davis ahead of both Charlos. Ahead of both Charlos. But I would put Devin Haney behind the Charlos. And not quite caught up with the Charlos. They're not quite there with the Charlos. But that's why they want Tank is a star. Now, Devin Haney, I think, is doing the things that is going to get him there because his name is everywhere. And he's making sure his name is everywhere. You know what I mean? Tank is, dude, look, man, they're going to have to do something to get Tank there. Okay? Now, here could be my criticism for how Tank is brought up. Okay? Charlos are more proven than Tank. Yeah, but they're not, not in the sense that we're talking about. They're not. Not in the sense that we're talking about. Not in the sense of, okay, who's putting Tank? He's a star. Tank's a star. Tank is a star. There's no denying that. Tank is a star. And it's proven more so than the Charlos. I've gone to Charlo. I've been at Charlo's fights. No, Charlo is, but see, here's the thing, man. Charlo doesn't have the advantage that Tank has. The advantage that Tank has is Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, Floyd doesn't promote a lot of people, but he promoted Tank. And he puts himself out there in his own name around Tank. So a lot of the hate Tank gets is Floyd Mayweather Tank. Is Floyd Mayweather hate. But also a lot of the popularity and the notoriety that he gets is basically, the gleam off. A lot of it is the gleam off of Floyd Mayweather. That's the same thing Adrien Broner got. Adrien Broner got a lot of that shine off the shoulder, off a reflection shine off of Floyd Mayweather Jr. And now Tank is getting the same thing. Quite as kept, Errol Spence Jr. got a good amount of that. Because the way Errol Spence Jr. came up and the way Errol Spence Jr.'s name really got out there with people is that he beat up Floyd Mayweather Jr. That was the first thing about Errol Spence Jr. that got people looking at Errol Spence Jr. is that, oh, shit. If that's the dude that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. the black eye and beat up, people are saying Errol Spence Jr. beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather Jr., and that gave a lot of shine to Errol Spence Jr., and Errol Spence Jr. took advantage of that because he's the real deal. Cali Enigma says, Tank sold out Carson, something GGG couldn't even do. He sold more tickets than Ryan Garcia, and Ryan is from LA. Tank is from Baltimore. Tank is a draw. It's without a doubt Tank is. Because Mayweather is. I'm telling you, man, Mayweather didn't give, like Mayweather never got in a ring and let somebody beat him and let black dude beat him up. But the guys that were around him that have a reputation associated with him, they definitely got a boost. I mean, that's a huge thing. Errol Spence sparring rumors with Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a huge thing for the reputation of Errol Spence. And then Errol Spence came out and beat the piss out of people, and you got to actually see him dog walking people. Then you're like, oh shit, yeah, that dude that beat up Floyd really is the truth. The truth. Trust me on this, man. I know this stuff. I'm paying attention, close attention. Tank wouldn't be getting that Baltimore Ravens promotion. It won't be getting. Yeah, he will. Sure, he will. Sure, he will. Man, these people don't. Man, please. You think they care about that shit? Sure, he will. But when he gets really big, they'll drag it back out. You know what I mean? They'll drag it back out. You saw what happened with Kobe. Kobe, they didn't mention anything about that for Kobe for 15 years. 15 years. 15 years of which he did plenty of commercials. 15 years in which he was featured and spotlighted with plenty of people on plenty of things until he died, and they could sell that. Nah, man, it's selective, dog. They're not going to fuck with Tank until Tank get big. Floyd Mayweather Jr. went to jail. He went to jail for it, and they still made the Pacquiao fight. They still made the fight. Nah, that ain't, man. Tank gonna have to get in some real dirt. Tank's gonna have to get in some real dirt for that to stop. For that shit to stop. You know what I mean? He ain't no NBA running back that you can replace with the next dude. Like, you know, like the NBA dude, like NFL dudes, they can get stuck out there because they're one player on a, you know, on a 190,000 man roster. So, oh, okay, Ray, what's this dude's name from Baltimore? Oh yeah, Ray, whatever his name was, guy, looked like he knocked a girl out on that tape. But shit, they go find somebody else. They got a backup running back that might not be as good, but close to it. You know what I mean? Close to it. Or they can trade somebody for it, man. The NFL just, an individual player on the NFL doesn't make as much difference as an individual player in basketball. Or an individual, obviously an individual boxer. Yeah, Ray Rice. It was Ray Rice. Yeah, it was Ray Rice. Ray Lewis too. Shit, Ray Lewis got accused of murdering somebody. They let his ass float. Nah, man, I don't feel it, dog. Mark Ambrose said, my name is Mark, and I'm a Baltimorean that supports Tank. And man, that's going to support Tank, man. But little Tank, Tank is a star, dog. That's not a question. He's a star. How do you think Charlo versus Rosario plays out with Rosario getting knocked out? With Rosario getting knocked out and Jermell Charlo walking out with his belts. That's what I think. I think he gets knocked out and Jermell Charlo walks out with his belt. All 3 belts. That's what I think. J-Rock is chinning. That's the second time he got knocked out. When you get knocked out twice, you chinning. Rosario by stoppage? Oh, hell no. Best 154-pounder, Jermell Charlo, dog. Best 154 pounds is Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo. Been a top 154-pounder for a very long time now. Let me go back to this Jermell Charlo, how long he's been a top 154. I think Jermell Charlo needs to be getting consideration for being a pound for pound, one of the pound for pound best dudes. 33-0. Won his first belt going on 3 years ago. Hatley, Lubin, Trout, Harrison, one Easy Mouth Cotto, and Harrison. Dude, that's quite a little lineup of cats he beat up on. Knocked out Gabriel Rosado. He was going through a little time of having a bunch of unanimous decisions. Martin Rosen. Nah, man, I think he's the best. I think he's the best, man. I think he's the best at 154 pounds. Fanon went from Tank praise to Charlo praise. Woolhead going to explode. Yeah, Jermell, why not? Why not? Why not? You explain to me why not. He can box. He can punch. He's got a chin. Why not? Why not? What else do you need? What do you need from Jermell Charlo that Jermell Charlo can't give you? Please tell me. And I don't, other than a likable personality. He's a dog. He want to beat the piss out you. Dog, Jermell Charlo is a fighter, dude. Jermell Charlo is a fighter. That is a fighter right there, dog. Okay? He'll beat the piss. He'll beat the piss out of Jared Hurd, man. Jared Hurd was going to be gone. That's why he didn't want that smoke. And Jason Rosario already said he don't want to fight him. Jermell Charlo's the best 154-pounder, dude. And let me tell you, if Jermell Charlo could get down to 147 pounds, hey, man. Hey, at 160 pounds, Jermell, you remember, it was Jermell Charlo that Demetrius Andre ducked. Jermell. The first Charlo to get ducked by Andre was Jermell. Dude, I think Jermell Charlo is one of the best fighters in the game, dog. I believe he's one of the best fighters in the game. He can box. He can slug. He's got a chin. He can crack. He's got good footwork. He's got good foot movement. He's got just an attitude. He's just got an attitude where he wants to hurt you. You know bad things are coming. He don't like you. You know what I'm saying? His attitude is pound for pound. He got a pound for pound best attitude. He got a Deontay Wilder type of attitude. Like, I'm trying to hurt you. Okay. And just the mental, that bringing that to the plate. See, it slipped up. I thought he won the first fight against Tony Harrison. But then what did he do? Nothing to the judges this time, baby. And knocked his ass out. Bop, got you. Okay, so he also showed that he could come back. Just like Lomachenko, except for Lomachenko never fought the guy that beat him. Just moved on about his business. Said, nah, Errol will beat Jermell. Hey, man, it'll be a hell of a fight. Man. Jermell, hey, dude, y'all people, dude, there's a lot of fighters that are underrated in the sport of boxing, dude. Because there can't be that many black people on the pound for pound list. I'm telling you, the pound for pound list, this is my opinion of the mainstream media's pound for pound list. It is like a 1955 high school basketball team. The point guard cannot be black. You can't have anybody on the bench that's black that ain't playing. Okay, you're either going to be a star or you ain't making a list. Okay, you ain't getting no benefit of the doubt. Okay, which is why there ain't never but 2 to 3 black Americans on these guys' pound for pound list. Oh, we let Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford on there. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, but we're not letting Jermell Charlo on there. No, nah, we're not letting Gervonta Davis on there. No, and Devin Haney. And Shakur Stevenson and Jamal Charlo. No, we need a couple of Inoues. We need a couple of Estradas. We need a couple of somebody with some OVEs at the end of their name. KOV at the Ov. We need somebody with a last name that is Ov. It don't matter what it is. Shakarai Ov, Detrami Ov. We need some type of Ov on there too. Okay, that's how I believe that, dude. They put Mikey on there, you know what I mean? Something like that. But you can't, it's like I'm saying, you can't let, because that's how you sports youth teams used to be. Like, you see these 1950s basketball teams and 60 basketball teams. Or go look at like college basketball now, and you see them little European dudes that sit at the end of the bench, right? The specialized walk-ons. You tell me you can't find some other kids around the city that can outplay those dudes? Those are the future coaches. Those are the guys that are on the bench. So, and get a scholarship spot, right? Because they're on academic scholarship. So they get a spot on the team so that they can be in the practices and they can exercise and they can talk to the coaches so that they can be the next coach. That's the coach factory right at the end of the bench. How many black basketball players you see fit that role? Sitting at the end of the bench, right? How many Luke Waltons are there running around? How many Luke Waltons are there running around the world? Man, that Lakers team with Luke, they could have found somebody else to live in the league ahead of Luke Walton. They couldn't let somebody in the league over before Luke Walton, dog. Okay. Somebody out there can be a 6'6", 5 foot, 5 minute a game, open set shooter, whatever, man. Harrison definitely won the talk game, though. Yeah, he won that talk game. He just lost the fight. and his sense of direction, and his equilibrium. He lost all of that. I became a Harrison fan after the Charlo fight, like them both. Was just never exposed to Tony. I think he's a very good fighter. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. He just lost to Jamal. He just lost to two of the best fighters in boxing. He got knocked out by 2 of the best fighters in boxing, dude. Jared Hurd is no joke, man. Jared Hurd just ran into a bad styles matchup with another guy that was very, very good. 154-pound develop is just something it's just really deep. Nelson, man, what's going on, Nestle? He said, hello, Fanon. Just saw a top 10 pound list. You're right on. The other thing is the top fighters don't fight each other. Of course not. They're never supposed to have to fight each other. They're supposed to be in a bunch of different weight classes so that you never have to wonder whether or not this guy would get beat by somebody else that's on it. The fact that Monster Inoue is on that list just exposes the whole thing. It exposes the whole thing. That Monster Inoue is on there. And then Juan Carlos Estrada is on there. For what? For what? I got a video breaking down the actual numbers of people that even fight in the flyweight division. That even fight in flyweight and super flyweight. The dude went the distance. The dude went the distance and almost lost to Nonito Donaire, who's been over the hill for like 10 years. And they treat his underperformance against Nonito Donaire as if it actually bolsters Monster Inoue's credibility. Have you ever noticed how they do this crap? Like the dude on paper. If Monster Inoue was everything that they said Monster Inoue is, Monster Inoue should have walked into the ring with Nonito Donaire, beat up Nonito Donaire, and got him out of there in 6 rounds. This is one of the biggest, strongest punchers in all of boxing. He's got incredible speed and angles and things we've never seen before. Then why did he go to distance and lose a bunch of rounds to a dude that has been over the hill for 10 years? This is a guy that got beat up by Rigondeaux a decade ago. He's somebody that got beat. This guy got beat by Nicholas Walters. And he got beat by Jesse Magdaleno. How does Jesse Magdaleno have a better fight against this guy years ago than a top 4 pound for pound fighter does now? Okay. Now I'm not saying it's not realistic for that. I'm not saying that Monster Inoue, that Nonito Donaire can't give a good young fighter problems and cause him difficulties. I'm talking about a guy that certain people put as the #1 best fighter in all of boxing. Nonito Donaire, the level of Nonito Donaire is not giving Terrence Crawford problems. Okay, let me tell you who Nonito Donaire is in the welterweight division. Nonito Donaire in the welterweight division is Andre Berto. He's Andre Berto. Andre Berto was a top 147 pounder that people were really, really up on, and then he lost. Okay, and then he lost. He lost to Victor Ortiz. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He remember when he tried to come out with that shoulder roll stuff that didn't work out? He just wound up not panning out. He's a very, very good fighter. But if you now say Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, he's the best fighter in the world, and then he fights Andre Berto and goes life to death with Andre Berto, man, he will demolish Andre Berto. Demolish Andre Berto. Errol Spence Jr. would demolish Andre Berto. That's what's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to. The best guy in all of boxing does not struggle with a guy that was exposed a decade before. But then what they did was they used it as a way, instead of saying what it is, that Monster got exposed as not being all that you're saying he is. You do say, oh, it was a lesson learned. Well, if he's the best he's the best fighter in the world, why does he got to learn lessons? You're not supposed to be the top guy and you still got to learn a bunch of lessons. If you have a bunch of lessons you need to learn, you ain't the top guy. And that's what I was saying beforehand. He didn't do anything to deserve that. Nothing to deserve it. But yet they change it, and they make what a bad thing, seriously, something that hit his reputation is something that grows it. Similar to this, dude. Similar to Tyson Fury knocked down. Oh, I'm amazed at how Tyson Fury got up from that knockdown. Dude, he must be the greatest. He got up. Hold on. He got put down, though. What happened about the part with he got knocked down every time he got hit? That doesn't, you don't calculate that in this equation? Oh, you only calculate the, please. TC the Christ said, in a way, got props for getting hurt, but and caught versus Donaire, but Tank gets ripped for winning every round against Gamboa. TC the Crisis. Let me tell you about the criticism for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Yuriokas Gamboa. It's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. There's nothing to criticize that dude for in that fight, with the exception of missing weight slightly. That's it. Other than that, he didn't even get hit. He didn't even get hit. Hey, people tell me that, people say that Gervonta Davis got exposed. How? He didn't get hit. He didn't hardly get touched. And he dropped the dude. And he knocked the dude out in the 11th round, which means if he was all that tired, he must have hellified power to carry that power all the way to the 11th round and still have the ability to knock a dude out, man. But anyway, it's just, I indulge in hate. I'm the first dude to indulge in criticism of Gervonta Tank Davis. I definitely engage in the criticism of Gervonta Tank Davis, but not over that fight, because he won that fight easy. It wasn't close. The skill gap was big. It was, only thing that happened is that he didn't knock him out in the first 2 minutes of the round. First 2 minutes or first 3 rounds. But if he had, he would have got the same criticism. In my opinion, he would have got the same criticism if he had knocked him out in 3 rounds. Why did it take you 3 rounds? Or he's just old and he's no good and he lost to these other guys. There would have been nothing. There's no way that you could have. There's nothing that Gervonta Davis could have done right in that fight to people that wanted to criticize him because they might be a fan of another fighter or they don't like Floyd Mayweather Jr. But I don't see anything in that. I didn't see anything in that fight that deserved criticism, other than him having to come back and make weight. Juniper B, Tank's conditioning sucks, but KO in the last round. Stupidity outside. You're looking for something to criticize. There's plenty of stuff to criticize the guy about, but not anything in the ring, man. There's not anything in the ring to get that dude on. You know? I don't see it. Maybe somebody else sees it, but I haven't seen it. You know? Fanon, I feel Ryan Garcia is too overhyped. I mean, he's just a prospect, man. He's a prospect. He's a prospect. And he just fought last weekend. I don't really hear him getting a lot of hype. He just fought last weekend. So, you know, you'll hear a lot about him for the next couple of weeks because he just had a fight. You heard about him for the last couple of weeks because he had a fight, and you're going to hear about him this week because he just had a fight. After this Friday, we'll be talking about Ryan Garcia for the next couple months until he announces another fight. I don't see him being overhyped because Ryan Garcia is a good fighter. You know, he's a good fighter. He is a good fighter. He does have his chin up in the air. Fanon sound like Cassidy saying how. I mean, just how? How did he expose himself? I'd be very interested to see what did Yuriokas Gamboa do to Gervonta Davis in that fight? What did he do to him? Yeah, Fanon, Teofimo Lopez underrated, man. He's highly rated, though. Teofimo Lopez is highly rated, and he should be. He's a hell of a fighter, man. But I was just wondering, Mark Ambrose, Fanon, just want to show my brother some appreciation. Salute to the chat and to the entire LDBC. Stick and move, stick and move. Much love in that super chat, man. Stanley Field said beat up his fist with his face. I mean, seriously, man, somebody tell me what he did in that fight that deserves criticism. Or did he take significant punishment in that fight? I don't get it, because I hear people come to my comment section and say the Tank. What did you see? I saw an ass whooping is what I saw. Same thing with but see, this is the same criticism he got after the Fonseca fight. They're like, oh, Fonseca, Francisco Fonseca didn't do anything to Tank. Tank just took his time. He didn't just bum rush in there. He didn't catch him with a left hook. right off guard, like that. He just took his time. He took his time. He took some rounds. He figured the guy out, and he knocked the guy out. Same thing with Yuriorkis Gamboa. He took some time. Yuriorkis Gamboa can crack. Okay, Yuriorkis Gamboa put Crawford on Dizzy Street. Did you see Yuriorkis Gamboa do that to Tank? No, because Tank was like, "You're not going to hit me." No, thank you. You're not going to hit me, and I'm going to hit you. And if it takes me a couple rounds to get me to where I don't have to hit you or you're not going to hit me and I don't hit you, it worked. Hey, he got knocked out on one leg too. He got knocked out on one leg. He walked in with two legs. Watch this. Teofimo will beat Midget Loma. Gervonta Davis walked into the ring with two legs. Yuriorkis Gamboa walked into the ring with two legs. Gervonta Davis hit Yuriorkis Gamboa. Then all of a sudden, Yuriorkis Gamboa had one leg. Why? Because his ass got hit. Because he got hit. And it made his body turn in a way where something happened to his leg. The punch caused it. He wounded him. You criticizing him for fighting a guy with one leg when he was the guy that hurt the guy's leg. It's like saying, oh, Deontay Wilder knocked out Luis Ortiz in the first fight because Luis Ortiz had a concussion. Well, shit, the guy that gave him the concussion was Deontay Wilder. In round 5, Deontay Wilder gave him a concussion. He kept fighting with that concussion, and then Deontay Wilder knocked him out because he had a concussion. In the second round, Yuriorkis Gamboa's leg was hurt because he got hit and knocked down by Gervonta Davis. And when as a result of his ass getting decked, he hurt his leg. So he got up wounded. But who caused the wound? Gervonta Davis caused the wound. What's the difference between a wound to your leg and a gash over your eye and a concussion? He was wounded in the fight. Sorry, Fanon, I saw Tank take several three-punch combinations, then pause for a few seconds. You saw him take several three-punch combinations? You saw him get hit in a boxing match. You saw Tank get hit in a boxing match. Did he get knocked down? Did he get hurt? He paused. Come on, man. Who haven't you seen get hit with combinations in a boxing match? I saw Igis Klavanakis land a three-punch combination on Terrence Crawford and drop him, or at least two and drop him. I've seen Devin Haney punched in fights. I've seen Teofimo Lopez hit with combinations in fights. I've seen Lomachenko get hit with combinations in fights. Come on, man. Come on, man. The man can't get hit. But it's okay. It's okay. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis is a 50-50 fight. It's a knockout, dude. That dude is going to knock out. Oh, he'll knock out Gervonta Davis is going to knock out Ryan Garcia. Knock him out. Knock him smooth out. Knock him smooth out. Mark Ambrose said that was once in the 6th or the 7th round. Tank was just visibly not in war. Tank was visibly not in a war for nine. Politically, boxing correct for me, aka not doing too great. Dude, he won the fight by knockout. I mean, we can't have it both ways, man. You know, like Deontay Wilder, they got Deontay Wilder losing every round against Tyson Fury. Then he knocks him out. But he was setting it up the whole time. You could see him setting it up. But look, it is what it is, man. Oh, my blood pressure ain't up. But hey, I got my but it reminds me, I gotta go take my garlic. Somebody gave me the advice about blood pressure and garlic, so I've been taking my garlic twice a day with the capsules, not the raw, but the capsules, the garlic capsules, because I don't want to be eating garlic every day. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm running over. Man, go check out my man KQKC coming up. He's probably already on right now. What's going on, Legendary Topcast, man? Subscribe to my man, Legendary Topcast in the building. And with that, we're out. Peace.